Okay, let's take a look at number 29, which says that the height of a box that bill is shipping is 4 inches less than the width of the box. The length is 10 inches more than twice the width. The volume of the box is 264 cubic inches. What are the dimensions of the box? So this is a pretty detailed question here, so let's get started. Let's read the first sentence again. The height of the box that bill is shipping is 4 inches less than the width of the box. Okay, let's take out all the words that I don't need right now. Let's try to figure out what the height is. So the height of the box, okay, hope you're reading what I'm reading. 29, sorry. The height of the box is 4 inches less than the width of the box. Whatever the width is, so 4 inches less than the width. Okay? So whatever the width is, take 4 inches away, you have the height. Okay? Then let's read the next one. It says the length is, so let's write what they're saying. The length is equals, the length is 10 inches more than twice the width. So 10 inches more, that means I'm adding 10 inches more than twice, 2 times the width, right? And then it says the volume of the box is 264 cubic inches. So I'm going to say the volume equals 264 cubic inches. Now, what you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I have seen this before, Mr. Pendar. Alright, I know that the volume of this box must be equal to length times width times height. I'm in business. Let's get started. So I'm just going to write this out. I'm going to make my substitutions. The volume is 264. Okay? 264 equals the length is 2w plus 10. 2w plus 10. The width stays the same. The width is just the width, right? The width is just w. The height is w minus 4. Alright, now I have my setup. Okay? Does this make sense so far? Alright, now 264 equals, and this appears as though I should just be multiplying everything out, so I'm going to use the, you know it, distributive property, and just multiply everything to get everything together. 2w times w is 2w squared, keep my parentheses here, 2w, alright, squared, plus 10 times w, which is just 10w. Alright, first part done. What's missing? W minus 4. Gotta finish everything out. Okay? Now I'm just going to multiply this out. This looks like all I have to do is the distributive property again. 264. 2w squared times w is just 2w to the third power. 2w squared times negative 4. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. And I'm left with w squared. Alright? 10w times w, this is w times w. Alright? Multiplying, same base, add the exponent. There's exponent of 1 right there, so that's just 10w squared. And then 10w times negative 4. 10 times negative 4 is negative 40. And I'm left with my w. Alright? Now I'm going to combine like terms. Does everybody see that? Okay. 264 equals 2w cubed. 10w squared minus 8w squared is just 2w squared minus 40w. Alright? Now when I look at this, I see that every single one of these values has a factor of 2. They're all even, so they have a factor of 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. 264 divided by 2 is simply 132. Alright, with me so far? And 2 divided by 2 is 1. I'm left with w cubed. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I'm left with w squared, positive. Minus 40 divided by 2 is just 20, and I have my w. Alright, simplified. Alright, let's get everything equal to 0 because that's how we're used to seeing it. Alright, and finally 0 equals w cubed plus w squared minus 20w minus 132. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Now let's keep something in mind. I need to find w here. Whew. Let's remember your P's and Q's, right? Q. Alright, actually let's find P first. My values for P will be, alright, and this is plus or minus. Now I gotta find all the factors of 132. So plus or minus 1. Alright, and plus or minus 132. Plus or minus 2, and that would be plus or minus 66. Plus or minus 3, that would be 44, plus or minus. Plus or minus 4, that would be, let's see, that would be 33. Plus or minus 6, and that would be 22. I'm getting tight here. I hope y'all can read that. And then finally I have plus or minus 11, and that's plus or minus 12. Ooh, just snuck it in. Okay, now here is where the thinking really must begin, because I know what you're going to see. You're going to see Q is equal to plus or minus 1. So essentially I'm just looking at P. If I'm looking at P over Q, Q does not affect anything. So I'm really looking for the factors of P. Okay, now you have all these possible roots, and I have to figure out what the actual values are. So let me think. Let's think. If W is 132, alright, then that means the length is 2 times 132 plus 10. Is that going to give me 260? That's going to give me a number that's much larger than a volume of 264, so I can eliminate that. Okay, that's out of the question. Okay, first off, there should be no negative values at all, so all my values are positive, so all these negative signs don't even count, because width has to be a positive value. Okay, now let's see 66. 66 times 2 times 66. Whoa, plus 10. That's a pretty large number as well. That's going to be much larger than 264. 44. Alright, that's 44 times. That's too big. And you'll start seeing as you look at these, 22 times, that's too large. Alright, 12. If you have 12, that's too large too. 11. Think about this. Let's use the smallest one, 11 so far. 11. 2 times 11 is 22, right? Plus 10 is 32. 11 times 32. I mean, think about that. Punch that in your calculator and see if that makes any sense. Alright? Let me just punch it in for you. I hope you can see this. 11 times 32, that equals 352. That's already larger than 264. So 11 has to be out of the question. Alright? Let's try 6. 6. Okay? 6 times, let's say W is 6. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 10. Alright? 12 plus 10 is, of course, 22. So I have 6 times, so it's small enough so far. Okay? 1. Could 1 possibly be a value? No, because if 1 is the value, then 1 minus 4 is negative. 1's not possible. 2 minus 4, negative. 2 is not possible. 3 minus 4, negative. 3 is not possible. 4 minus 4 is 0, not possible for a height. The only value is 6, and you know it can't be negative, so your answer is automatically W equals 6. We got W equals 6 already. We didn't even have to use any synthetic substitution. Synthetic substitution. None of that. Now watch this. If the width is 6 inches, that means the height from above, let's take a look at our height. The height is now 6 minus 4. We now know the height is equal to 2. And we know the length is 2 times 6, 12 plus 10 equals 22. So we have the length. Alright, so let's come to the bottom. The length times width times height is 22 inches by 6 inches by 2 inches. So now when I ask you for those values, now you have them. Now you're ready to go. Love a nice challenge, right? I'll see you later.